Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here today. Blue Collar Hustle episode, I don't know what, but I want you, don't forget, like, follow, and share. He always puts the little links down below, so please make sure you do. That's the only way we keep going, telling our story to you Blue Collar followers. Today, I'm going to edify this man to a T because he is also family, like we have here all the time. Family first. This is Robbie Rosario. I've known him forever, but I'm going to try to keep it as professional on this intro as possible. Robbie Rosario, he's a United States military veteran. He is currently in sales inside the building materials world, so he knows all our knucklehead moves of the blue-collar people out there in the world. He's on the other side trying to help us help them. He's traveled all throughout the world, literally, and also the world of the blue-collar. So he's going to help shed some light on what it's like on the sales end of things, because one of us as blue-collar people, we do a lot. We talk shit about the salespeople. You know, where are they? Why are they not getting here? What's going on? What's going on with inventory? Why is this being advertised to me but it's not available? Shit like that. Story time. And we're going to share a little bit of stories probably about his connection with the good old family of Simpson Roofing back in the day on the Blue Collar Hustle podcast. So here we go. Today, Robbie Rosario, just tell us a little bit about yourself in that light.
Well, again, not so many people call me Robbie, but you are allowed. But yeah, Rob Rosario. I'm in the building materials world, salesperson, also a manager, and do a lot of things for the community. Started this off actually in the building materials world and building things with Simpson Roofing when I was 19 years old, and came up, joined the military, spent my 7 years in the United States Army, came out, and keeping it moving forward. Went to college, got my degree in construction management.
Delicious. See, I like that because I'm actually watching him in a manner that is, it's fun because he's a close family friend. He saw a lot of the ugly stuff that goes on inside of a blue-collar business world. So to watch him then on the other side of the coin, being successful in his sales position, being successful serving this country, and doing all that jazz, it really inspires me. It's what we like to do out here for the blue-collar people that might still be like looking for their route, looking for their position in their life. You know, it matters. And some of this stuff doesn't have to be figured out right away. You move along as you go. So I like to ask you, you're in a sales position. We're going to jump right ahead to where you are today. You're trying to find stuff for us as blue collar world people. Why and what is going on with the sales, like the distribution line to some of the new, as the world is kind of turning on its head, the connections, like what are we to expect maybe in this coming year about availability on some products?
Availability, it's going to be tough, especially I do a lot of metal roofing. So the tariffs coming from Canada, all the metal that we're going to get at 25% plus 10% on anything that is already prefabricated.
I hope that doesn't happen. I know it's floundering out there.
I mean, it's floundering, but I'm a very good friend with one of the biggest sales reps from Ideal Roofing. I will not name this person, but he said that it is a guarantee that 25% is coming and a 10% on anything that is already prefabricated coming across the border is going to hit. So that's going to be big. But insider too, that anything that is going to be metal, especially that is stateside, they're going to add a 10% up to their markup for metal that's coming through roofing or
and that's just a business move to, hey, if somebody's got more money on the table, if somebody's willing to pay it.
They're doing it, why can't we?
I know, I hate that model. I hate
trash.
that model. So us is like, we got to fight that and combat that as blue collar people that are tradesmen trying to buy something at one price that we can expect. And then basically, I got the other day, instead of saying it was good for 6 weeks, 90, whatever, I got one the other day, 24-hour pricing. I read it, I'm like, what? 24 hours? It's already. I just got it. It's over.
Yep. And anything that has to do with metal specifically.
This was metal. This was copper.
Either which way. So Ideal Roofing is the biggest producer in copper to the United States. Period. So that's a thing too.
So it aligns.
24 hours, man.
Crazy. So people be prepared.
It's like COVID time at its peak.
Yeah. So I think to our people that didn't like live through that moment, because some of these, we like to kind of coin ourselves to the people that are in the beginning, kind of just getting off their grounds, or maybe got a new growth step. So if you didn't live through that price movements in COVID, where it was bonkers with pricing and bonkers with availability, prepare yourself. This is us letting you cheat a little bit. So on your contracts, write out some short-term expectations for the customers. Hey, this is only good for X days. This is not, whenever. You got to put some timelines on it. Otherwise, you could get yourself into problems. Somebody signs something.
Get in a pinch big time.
Yeah.
Like typically it's 30 days, like with the company that I'm with, 30 days and you're good to go. But it doesn't matter. Like even if you're looking at like attic ladders, aluminum, you know what I mean?
It's in aluminum. Yeah.
Louisville, one of the biggest producers in ladders, had sent out a message saying that everything is going up 15%. So look for it.
Yeah.
So if you're even if you're into construction, you got an A-frame ladder or you got a 30-foot ladder that you need to get, it's going
So
up.
for you, it's basically not just us as blue collar people. Don't kill the messenger. You're the messenger, right? The best thing you can do is prepare and talk to you more.
Oh,
hey, this project's
I'm
coming
trying to
up.
educate you.
Yeah, this project's coming up. I need today pricing and I need potential projected pricing for June. You got to ask maybe a few more questions and maybe there's a secondary price in your proposal now. Here's today's, what's that saying? Today's or yesterday's price is not today's price.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit, yeah. So
close.
like you got to start putting that out there in your estimates. I would imagine,
I mean, at the end of the day, when I'm putting something on paper, there's always something at the end of it, whether I'm typing it. It said, "This is what it is now," but things coming up in the future, this is what it could be. So adjust, fire.
And that's a sales connection for the people out there in the trades. You got to tell this to your customers. Don't blindside them with it.
Right.
We're on a job right now where somebody broke a window that they ordered 2 months ago. That window does not cost the same today.
Educate.
You got to tell them.
Yep.
It's this is going to cost you more.
Yeah, a little bit.
Going. I'm sorry. I'm interrupting this. I'm sorry. I had to
Go
interrupt.
ahead, bro.
it.
Go ahead, baby.
The rookie here in the background, not on camera, but going back a little into your background. Jeremy mentioned that you're in the military, or you was. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Can you talk a little bit about that transition going from the military to the sales world?
So the transition from the Army, which was the branch that I was in, 82nd Airborne Division out of Fort Bragg, North Carolina, was one of the hardest things that I had to do. So I was in such a structured environment for 7 years in which I excelled at the highest level, and that's no BS by any means. I earned the rank of staff sergeant at 3 years. That is the fastest that you're able to earn that rank, period, in the United States Army. I earned that rank because I was a grinder. So coming out, I have my wife, Jessica, my daughter, Kaylin, was baby. And moving out, we had just found out that my wife was pregnant with our son, Hunter. So I got out, transitioned, and like a selfish person, like I received my VA competency, like my VA check, like it was gifted to me. I took off for an entire year. So at the end of the day, that was not the best thing, but I lost an entire year of my firstborn's life. Like, I don't know if anybody could even imagine that. Like, your wife gives birth to your first child with each other, and then a literal month later, I'm deployed to a place that I wouldn't wish anybody that wasn't ready for it to go to. So I was
Major sacrifices.
yes, I mean, sacrifice is what it's about. So Pesh River Valley and the Korangal in Afghanistan was like the Wild West. Literally, people shooting at you. You're getting blown up every single day. I was field artillery, so I'm always out in the mix, laying artillery rounds down the field for our infantry. That's why they call us King of Battle. And you go from that, then coming home. It's a huge transition because you don't know how to feel. It's a big it's a mind F, if you will. But anyway, coming back out, I get a job at a True Value, making $8.25 an hour, right? I'm going to college full time. I get out, of college, I move on to a lumberyard so I could use my degree for what I wanted, construction management. And then it's just been like Jeremy said before, we're talking. It's like been a snowball effect of improvement for me. So I went from assistant manager of a hardware store to a salesperson at a lumberyard to a manager of a $10 million lumber yard for a $100 million company. And now I'm a road salesman, and I'm just ready to keep on kicking ass.
I get like enthralled.
Yeah.
No, because very few people can actually have that kind of a story. Very few people can actually manage that life. You know, that's why
And I have another kid now, baby Lincoln. What's up?
I do hold the military in such high regard,
TVs.
but it's very mysterious to me. I don't know shit about it.
Yeah.
Like the real inner workings, like what actually is happening.
Structured,
you know?
man. Structured and
That part
and
translates
disciplined.
out. That's why I think that your roles and I think that your story very much aligns with the entry point of that military structure, because you know we could shine lights on the possibilities of Robbie without the military.
Oh, well, you already know that guy.
Like, and that's not just you. That's a lot of people out there. That's a lot of people that might be watching this that are, you know, like. I just talked to somebody that worked for us last summer, and he's like, "I'm going to go to the military," and I said to him, "I was look, I don't know anything about the military per se, right? I know of its existence. I know that it takes a lot of sacrifice out of you, but like I do know people, right? So if I see a human that is like, well, I think structure will be really good for him, but I think he actually might break underneath there. I just feel like, you know, that ain't, you know, if you're just mad at mommy."
Nah.
You know, and you think the military is going to save you, and all of a sudden the relationships are changed, and it's not it.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah, it's not it. But I like that it does the discipline. I like that it does the structure to which a lot of the people do benefit from, do use, and become superior in their sales role, in their trades role, in whatever role they do. It carries a big power to it.
Yeah.
You know, and some people can't handle it. Like bosses for me, like I don't know, like I mean, I can handle it, but I don't know if I would handle it well enough. I don't. Jesus, like, can you imagine the stuff that you went through? And I'm sitting there talking about a hard day one day. I'm like, really? You didn't even move. You don't even have a bead of sweat. You know, like nothing's even happening. So it's hard that in that way. But I do like the transition of what I know of you.
Yeah, man.
And I know of what we were like in the back of the day between you
How
and
was
your
him?
brother.
How was him when he was like back in
We
the
were
day?
just, it was, I mean, it wasn't anything that isn't typical. I think just because it was close to me, you know, we goof off, we party out.
Always the. He's my big brother. He's my bigger brother. I was always the guy, tugging on their coattails. Like, can I come with you?
Yeah.
Can I come to the shore? No, you can't because you have to watch the dogs. Type thing.
Yeah.
You know, he knows what I'm talking about. But it's always, I've always been blessed to have this man and my brother in my corner, and it's I was blessed to be with Simpson Roofing when his dad was at the helm, and he was there, you know, teaching me about EPDM, TPO, regular asphalt shingle roofing, and I have to say, like, realistically, one of the biggest points is like your dad. As like I brought it up to him. I was like, I want to join the army, and he was like, listen. He was like, if you think that you're ready to join the army, he was like, you put a backpack with a lot of weight in it, and you go up Barrett Drive. He was like, when you make it to the top of that hill, and you don't have to take a break, you're ready, and that's exactly what I did. And
By the way, just for context, Barrett Drive is, at the time, I don't even know if it was fucking paved.
no,
So it wasn't even paved. It was an old carriage road
Yep.
that was like, I don't know, 2 miles long, straight like this. Like you could ski
very,
down
very
it.
hard angle.
And like I remember as a kid on Barrett Road, like, you know, get a flat tire on my bike. I was
Yep.
fuck this.
Nope.
The bike stayed, and I just walked because there's no way. Like, it was so steep.
Yep.
To put it into perspective of that, but like
That it motivated me, and it was a huge motivator. You know, it's like at that point in time when I had that conversation with your pops, I had just left me at that point in time. So it was like I was trying to find myself. Adam was like I was living with my brother. He was doing everything that he could for me. But like a huge motivator was your father telling me when you were ready, when you could do this from the bottom to the top, you're ready to go. And at that point, I was locked in, man. I locked in.
Wait, you went to the military just because you wanted to, or like was there?
I left for the military specifically to earn my ex fiance's love back.
I'm gonna tell that story, how I remember it, and I don't even know how accurate this.
That's real.
I don't know how accurate this is. I cried like a baby the night I was at his brother's house.
Yeah, bro.
And I don't even know. Oh shit! Hold on. It's almost gonna happen. I don't know. We might have to pause. Seriously, like I get emotional for love and family stuff, right? I remember the moment that when she showed up. I don't know if it was planned or not. I don't know what was happening, and he was there, and I was watching that. I'm like I've never witnessed love in physical form from another person. Like obviously I love my wife, I love my kids, but like I was watching it in somebody else's eyes, and I'm watching it, and the whole house is watching it, and we're like, oh my God.
Wait, but go back.
It
On
landed.
what happened? Because you're talking about your emotion and
Well,
how
what
you was
happened
feeling.
was
But what
youthful
happened?
relationships happened. It happens. But what that moment captured was all like it was like the beginning of that second phase after.
Yep.
And then there was no looking back, and you knew it. Like that moment, like you knew it at that moment.
Okay, now you tell the story.
From where do you want me to start?
From whatever before you left to the army.
My wife and I had started dating in 2001, high school sweethearts, and just like a knucklehead kid, doing things that you should not be doing, other than caring for the one that you allegedly love. I had lost that love, so Jess left me, and that was the most trying part in my my life. Period. It was very tough. It was a roller coaster of emotions, and at the end of the day, joined the military, got my shit back and straight, and after my first combat tour to Afghanistan, we were like linking up however we could by like we were writing letters to each other and stuff like that. But come back, I hit her up, and the first time we saw each other was it, man. That's how it goes.
Oh, so what you're saying is the first time they saw each other after you came back from the
It was
army.
after 2 years of us not seeing each other. Period. I was like, I'm home for a little bit. Let's hang out. Not even like.
I thought you was gonna say let's hook up.
Well, at the end of the day, man, it's my first love. You know, you never forget it, and I'm blessed to have what I have. You know, that was 2001, right? What is it? 2025 right now. So that's so many
What the
years,
heck?
man.
I was born in 2001.
Well, I'm saying so.
But was that moment that I'm referring to? Was that moment?
She came in with her cousin Kira. I remember I was at the bottom of the stairs at Adam's door. I had a wife beater on. I was all yoked up. You know what I mean? I was jacked, you know, and like I turned around, she was there. She came sprinting through the basement door and like jumped on me and bear hugged me, and that was it. That was
No.
it.
I imagine that. No, I just when you said that she jumped and just hugged
It's
you.
not like when she like leaped from the bottom of the stairs to where the closet door is and landed on me, and I went back like 6 feet. That's what it was.
That's good. That's true love right there. You heard, Adam? That's true love right there.
I'm all teared up a little bit now.
No, but that's the point. And that's the point, because inside all this life of work and stuff like that, the family and all those people that we're doing it for, we're doing it for, right? That's why I get all weird and emotional too when I start seeing the people from my past, not past in a negative way, but past that I did the fun stuff with.
Yeah, well, you did,
And-
man.
and
We were
yeah.
17 years old, man.
And established like all the fuckeries out of my system, and we got the relationship going. Everyone did and ran their lives, and it's really cool watching now
Evolution.
the realigning like Voltron here, a little bit of some of the parts and pieces. It's very cool. Lessons for the people, like like anybody out there struggling, we're very blue collary, we're very family. Always comes back to it, and it's such a lesson to be learned inside that. People that are struggling, or people that are just looking for the growth, or people that are just a little misguided, looking for that advice. We coin ourselves here as we're not a high level experts in our field. We're none of like that. You want to do that? You turn on another motivational channel. We are here helping the people that are like, maybe they're struggling. Maybe they're at their growth point. Maybe they need to relate to somebody that they just broke up with somebody and like they know that was dumb and it was over dumb shit. Get over yourself and go get that shit back.
Yeah.
Like that, because you never know what kind of path that you could have led without that love, without that familial connection, without those people that you knew, regardless of what it is that you did in the past, that would knock down a door, building, just break down walls for you.
Bro, I went to combat to get back what I love, bro. I'll just leave it like there.
100%.